I don't understand why folks were so big pressed about this lady talking about who she didn't want to date. Y'all act like she was talking to you. What's up, YouTube? My name is Frederica Michelle and welcome to my channel. So we're going to jump right into this video. If you read the title, then you know I'm going to be discussing how Eboni K. Williams became a hero for women without even trying. So before we get into it, I need to make a disclosure and a disclaimer. I, Frederica Michelle, do not endorse, encourage, or promote any of the comments made by Eboni K. Williams. Disclaimer. But we are going to be talking about it. Eboni K. Williams is an American lawyer as well as a TV co-host. For those of you who haven't heard about her, Google her. Promise you, she's going to pop right up. Well, she recently went viral for this interview that she had with Iyanla Vanzant. And Iyanla is from Iyanla Fix My Life. That TV show was on a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if it's still on, but she was known for being a life coach, relationship expert, blah, blah, blah. So during this interview with Iyanla, they were discussing feminine and masculine traits. During this interview, Iyanla asked Eboni the question, would she date a bus driver? And Eboni said this right here.
Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus,
See, that's the problem.
That comment was heard around the world. And since that comment was made, everybody and their mama has been dragging poor Eboni this way and that, up and down, across, all around the internet. But it was for the comment that she made regarding blue-collar men that got everybody in such an uproar. And while I was thinking about these comments that, once again, I do not endorse, I also had to think to myself, I actually had to admire Eboni because she did something that a lot of women do not do, and actually men also. She was honest. This woman was perfectly honest about what it is that she wanted, what it is that she did not want, who she would date, who she would not date, what they had to have, her guidelines, her standards, and she was not backing down. She stood firm on it. Now, although I don't agree with her line of reasoning, I don't agree with the comments that she made, I do have to respect the fact that she was honest. She did not allow the pressure of society or what other people were going to think about her make her back off from what she felt was best for her. And basically, at the end of the day, that is something that all of us should strive to do. A lot of us, we end up in all of these situations because we don't want to be honest with ourselves. She was honest with herself, and she was honest with all of y'all, and made it perfectly clear that she didn't care what Iyanla thought, what y'all thought. She didn't care. It is what it is. She put it right there on the table. She ain't dating none of y'all unless y'all are in a certain tax bracket. It is what it is. But a lot of us are not so honest with ourselves. We'll end up in situation after situation because we don't want to be honest, because we're trying to save face. We're trying to please those around us. It's so many of us right now clocking into a job that we cannot stand. We've gone to school for 4 years for a degree that we did not want. We're working in fields that we don't want to be in because somebody told us that we needed to go into that field because it was a good field and it makes lots of money. Now you're about this close to burning down your whole work site because you just don't want to be there. We get into relationships with people that we don't really want to be with because it's better than being alone, or we'll stay with this person because, you know, your mom said, girl, that's a good man, don't you leave that man, you know, stay with that man, and you just stay there because you don't want to look crazy to your friends, you don't want to be lonely, so you stay. Or you get into relationships with people with standards that don't line up with what you want. You know, you don't really want to date somebody with kids, but you say, you know, I guess I'll just give it a try. You don't even like them kids. So I did not agree with what she said, but I do applaud her for being honest with herself. That is the key to all of this. We can be upset about what she said all day, and at the end of the day, I really don't know why we're so upset about what she said. To me, it's one of those things where, how are you going to get upset about somebody's preference? It's no different from someone who says, hey, I don't want to date anyone with children. I don't want to date short men. We have no problem with that. You know, you hear women all the time, I like tall men, but nobody's beating them across the head because they're saying they're discriminating against short men. So all of it is just a matter of preference. And you don't have to explain your preference to anybody at the end of the day. Not everybody is going to agree with you. Not everybody is going to be supportive of those decisions. But at the end of the day, you do what's best for you. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to live with those consequences. Now, the consequences of those comments and those standards that she has, hey, it could go either way. Who's to say that she won't find somebody who meets those extremely high standards that she has? And who's to say that, yeah, she you know, she won't end up by herself and alone? Who's to say? But that's the thing about it. Every choice has a consequence, whether it be positive or negative. At the end of the day, when you make those choices, then you have to be ready for those consequences. But I just want to, again, applaud her for being honest. I want to encourage people to be honest with yourselves. Put it out there what it is that you want. If you know that you want to go to school for a certain degree that motivates you and it makes you happy, then go for it. Don't go for something just because somebody else said that you should do that. If you know that this is not the type of person that you want to be in a relationship with, then don't be. You don't get into anything because you're trying to save face or you're trying to make other people happy, because you're always going to end up just disappointing yourself in the end. You're going to end up resentful. You're going to end up angry. You're going to end up just feeling like you're wasting your time. And those are not the things that makes life worth living. You want to be happy. You want to be fulfilled in whatever it is that you choose to do. Do what makes you happy. Be honest with yourself and live life to the fullest. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, bye.